Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm here to talk to you about self love. Self love. I don't care if my setup is not aesthetic and all that. I felt like talking. I've been holding this back for so long. Nimeenda kulala niko like, how am I gonna sleep like this without speaking to people? I know times I usually feel uh like if you're called to speak, trust me, even if it's in the middle of the night, you're gonna speak. You're gonna speak. And it comes like waves. So you know what I've said? I don't care if I'm in my 90s. Here's the thing. I gotta tell you what I gotta tell you. So today I'm here to talk to you about self-love. I don't know what people usually imagine self-love is. Self-love. Like people think self love is a situation where you never see something bad about yourself. No. Self love means, what I think it means. It means appreciating yourself, appreciating yourself, extending grace to yourself, holding yourself accountable. Uh, yeah, basically those three things. And here's the thing, appreciating yourself. How can you appreciate yourself? Okay, so here's the thing. You can first sit down and learn what's your love language. Like, what do you like? What do you love, or what do you appreciate when people do unto you? And maximize on that. Do it unto yourself. You know, a few days ago, I was having a conversation with some of my friends, and they're like, we were talking about how love is good, how we love and all that. And we're like, oh my God, when are our ordained men from God gonna locate us and all that? And then one of my friends said, I can't wait to get into a good relationship because I want to be brought for flowers. And I told her, but you can equally get yourself flowers. And she told me, no, Grace, I can't get myself flowers. And I was like, why can't you get yourself flowers? And they thought it out, they thought it, then they're like, nothing really, but we can't just get ourselves flowers. Here's the thing. If you love flowers, don't wait for that other person to just bring you flowers. If that is what ignites your soul, my sister, my brother, run and get yourself flowers. Do what makes you happy. I usually say, even if you live for 70 years, I usually tell people life is short. Life is short. Then, there's also this thing about appreciating yourself. You like being gifted. But the question is, how many times do you actually gift yourself? How many times do you actually gift yourself? Okay, make it a habit. Like, for example, maybe come up with a very serious schedule that you'll be following on how you'll be gifting yourself. If you like to be taken out for dates, come up with a schedule on how you'll be taking yourself out for dates. It doesn't matter whether you're dating, whether you're not dating, like just find time for yourself. Put yourself first, because I usually say these are some of the ways that you can put yourself first. If it's gifts, maybe you can say, I'll be buying myself gifts every month. Or after every 2 months, I'll be buying myself gifts. Let me tell you, when you learn to love yourself, even when you get to that point of a relationship, or even when you get to that point of friendship, you learn how not to settle for less. And you won't be having very you won't hold people so highly, having very dramatic expectations on them. Because at the end of the day, I can do this for myself. Okay, you'll be focusing on other matters. Because you know what? If it's a gift, imagine I can buy myself a gift. So if that is what is gonna break us, like okay. Then appreciating yourself can also look like spending quality time with yourself. Okay, you can maybe put on slow music on your radio. Excuse me. Put on slow music on your radio. Just relax. Okay, you just set the vibe and just spend time with yourself. If you love affirmations, I can actually tell you, I'm a person who really affirms people. Trust me, if you look good, I'll make you know you look fantabulous, not just good. That is me. And in the past, I used to expect other people to do the same for me. But what I've come to understand that you can't force other people to be you. They are them, they are just them, and you're just you. So, this is what I did. I learned how to appreciate myself, to gas up myself and make myself feel good. And I'm telling you, affirmations are very important because I remember at some point last year, I was doing weight loss. And as I was doing weight loss, I got carried away and I started like starving myself. I got obsessed with the weight loss thing and started starving myself and all that. I didn't like myself. As much as many people tell me, Grace, you've lost a lot of weight. Grace, you look good. I was not feeling okay. But then, like, trust me, even for the people that I usually follow, I don't care if you're an influencer with millions and you're a celebrity with millions and millions of people. If I think you look good, I'm gonna DM them like a very serious way, telling them how they look fantabulous and all that. Because I think like there's just that thing in me that wants to tell people like if you have something good, I'll let you know. And I normally find even these big people replying because I'm usually very candid, like because even on one-on-one I'll tell you. So I usually tell myself, I learned how to tell myself those things. When I look good, I'll tell myself, I'll go to the mirror and I'm telling you, you may actually think I'm mad. I'm gonna walk up and down, gassing up myself, telling myself that I feel good, and that has really like sparked my confidence, my self-esteem. I'm able to express myself more without the fear of being judged because maybe I'm big. I don't care whether most people think that the standard I have a certain standard of beauty. The thing is, I like being plus size and I like plus size women, and that's it. So, the same love that I express to other plus size women out there, that is the same love I give unto myself. The same kind words and the same beautiful words that I give them are the same kind words that I actually give myself, and it has worked wonders for me. So, when I tell you to learn how to appreciate yourself, affirm yourself, my sister. Affirm yourself. It works a lot, and I think it actually even makes you start to learn yourself more. Like when you wear clothes that make you look good and feel good, you'll just know, and you'll even actually get to know what your style actually is. Because even of late, trust me, achana na hii ya leo night dress ni venye nimeshindwa kulala, so I had to talk it out. But let me tell you, I love my style. I equally love my style these days. I'm planning on something. Something is coming up. Watch out. Yeah, in relation to my style and all that. So that's it. If you like being listened to, maybe if you like being listened to, you can either get a person whom you can be talking to, or you can be journaling. I'm telling you, journaling is so cool. Journaling is so nice. Because let me tell you one thing, journaling, like you usually feel as if your head is filled up, as if you're carrying buckets and buckets of water in your head. But then when you just start writing down, I'm telling you, when you just start writing down all those thoughts, like venye zinakuja, that is the same way that unaziandika. At the end of that writing session, you'll be surprised. My sister, you'll be surprised. You'll be feeling like, why was I actually crying? What was even making me feel tired? Like I usually say, make time for yourself. The same way you like tell a person you're gonna meet at 2 p.m. and you make sure that at 2 p.m. you're there. Do that for yourself. If you decide it's at 2 p.m., you're gonna sit down and journal. My sister, sit down and journal. Make time for yourself. Make time for yourself. Usingoje. There's this song. I'm gonna put the link down here. It says jipende mwenyewe nawe utapendeza. Or I don't know, pendeka, something of sort. And I really love it. Yeah, so I hope that you learn how to appreciate yourself. Number 2, extending grace to yourself. Let me tell you one thing. If there's something that I've come to learn, is extending grace to myself. I used to be a person that if I fail or if I don't do things the way I had planned, like maybe let's say I had planned to start working out and I've not started working out, I would feel so ashamed, I would feel so mad, I would feel so embarrassed and all that. But these days I'm like, I'm just a girl. I'm just a 2-year-old adult. Because even if adulting starts at 18, I mean I'm just 20. I'm just 20. I'm just 20. So that's the thing. I usually say extend grace to yourself. And one thing I know about myself, I usually extend grace to others. That's how I'm called grace. But yeah, that's the thing. I usually extend grace to others. So I've learned how to extend grace to myself. When I don't do things the way I had planned or how I had anticipated I could have done them, I sit down and tell myself, Grace, you know what? At the end of the day, you're just a girl and it's never that serious. I don't beat up myself these days. No, I don't do that. Because how will the entire world beat me up, put pressure on me, and then mimi bado, nijeke pressure? I said, the little girl in me must have somewhere to run to, and that is to me. I want that small girl, that small Kagresi inside there to just run back to me. Yeah, and I want her to know that she is loved. So you should also do the same. You should learn how to extend grace to yourself. And I was actually telling my friend a few days ago, you can only, and I usually tell people, if there's something that I think people should embrace more is failure. Because failure is inevitable, if you ask me. Failure is inevitable. I don't think we are bound to succeed in everything. That's it. That is what I think. I don't know what you think, but I don't think we are bound to succeed in everything. At times, you may give it your all, but guess what? It doesn't turn out the way you expected it. So I usually say the only thing you can, I was telling my friend, the only thing you can determine is the input you put into something, but the output, not really. You can actually read and read for an exam and go sit for the exam. Then guess what? The lecturer doesn't mark your papers. He just guesses marks, end of voila. He guesses yours as a supplementary. What are you going to do? You're just going to sit the supplementary. So usually say extend grace to yourself and make peace with failure. And one thing I usually say about failure, the thing with failure, I don't, actually I saw Viola Davis saying, it's either you succeed or you learn. She doesn't believe in failing. Because failing is a very negative word. It's a very oppressive word, I think. I think the word to use is you learn a lesson. Because the thing is, if you fail this time, if you don't get the results you expected, what are you gonna do? The next time you're working on the same thing, you're gonna put measures to prevent the whatever made you not get the expected results, so that it doesn't repeat itself. So there's something you've learned. There's something new you've actually learned. So then, what was number 3? Accountability. Accountability. As much as you're extending grace to yourself, there's a thin line between beating yourself up and holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable is you sitting down and saying, you know what, Grace, you've not been reading for this exam, and that's why you failed. So, Grace, what do we want to do? Because I usually hold it like an entire meeting that has like 4 to 5 people in one. But yeah, that's my 2 minutes of madness. I usually have it by the way, like an annual general meeting just for me, and I look at for the past 6 months, what have I not been doing right, what have I been doing right, blah 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 and all that. So I think holding yourself accountable, you tell yourself this, where did we fail? There are times that you failed just like that. You can't even explain, you don't know why, because you gave it your best. But there are signs that you are the reason why you failed. Maybe you are not reading enough. Maybe you are not attending classes. Maybe like things of the sort. Maybe if it's maybe what is it called? Maybe if it's a sales thing you're working on, maybe you did not post enough number of times, maybe you are not consistent, maybe you are not using the right images, maybe your messaging was not okay, and such things. So I actually think that you should hold yourself accountable And you should seek to know where the thin line between holding yourself accountable and beating yourself up lies. Because you may think you're holding yourself accountable, but you're there bullying yourself. Do not be a bully towards yourself. No, my sister, don't. So I guess that's it for today. I can talk and talk and talk. So I don't want to talk and talk and talk. So that's it for today. Okay. I hope you learn how to love yourself more. I hope that you learn how you want to be loved and love yourself like that. And I hope that we all get to love ourselves, to experience love from within before we start seeking it from outside. Because the moment, and let me tell you one thing, you cannot be able to love others the right way if you don't first love yourself. I usually say that you cannot pour from an empty cup. I usually say give from the saucer, and that's it. First fill your cup, then you see that which is overflowing. That is what you now give to others. You cannot extend grace to others if you've not first learned how to extend grace to yourself. You cannot be able to love others if you've first not been able to love yourself. You cannot be able to hold others accountable whom you've delegated some of your duties or some of your whatever to take care of if you've not first learned how to hold yourself accountable. Okay? Yeah, one step at a time. We're growing. Yeah, and I guess that's it for today. I hope that we continue being kind to ourselves, loving ourselves. You only live once. You only live once. And there's only one you. So do you the best you can and leave the rest to God. Love you. Adios.